Hello and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure your notifications are on all. This video, I wanted to give my thoughts on the fact that I'm pretty sure most have heard Tasha K was deeply inspired by surviving R. Kelly, considering if you leave it up to her winos, they have been saying that she's the one who broke the story first. Little do they know that Tasha's sources had a great role in this docuseries, and that's why they may feel that way. But anyways, it should be no surprise that she would do this docuseries for Jaguar Wright, considering she got all this backlash, and in her eyes, she has a point to prove. Now, she wants to give the illusion that she's just proving the fact that she's unbiased, which we all know is bullcrap. She's just doing this for her own agenda. People have inspired her with this whole surviving R. Kelly, so why not? When it comes to Jaguar Wright, a lot of people have overlooked this little tidbit and how Jaguar Wright started calling out the roots, right? But people didn't peep game, because if you think about it, surviving R. Kelly's producer, Dream Hampton, reached out to one of the Roots members, Questlove, for his opinion and for him to participate in surviving R. Kelly, which he declined. And then when people talked about it on Twitter, he replied, in which Dream Hampton jumped in. And basically, you could tell by her tweet she felt some type of way because of the response Questlove gave. Well, anyways, from there, Jaguar Wright began this mission of exposing the industry. And it's strange that from the moment she started exposing the industry, she transitioned from being focused on advocating for women to now just being in the midst of a whole lot of bullcrap. She went from exposing all of these celebrities, and her little supporters will conveniently ignore the fact that people have rebuted the things that she said about them. People will overlook the fact that her husband, he has the right to voice his opinion. So to automatically start to villainize him because Tasha K reached out to him for this interview and not give him the option to give his side of Jaguar's stories is a little bit of what we saw on Surviving R. Kelly, and how these accusers didn't give R. Kelly that same luxury to give his version of events. So with that being said, let's not forget what really caused all this turmoil between Jaguar and all these other bloggers on YouTube.
So how do you know all this?
Because somebody sent me the email. One of my sources. I can't, like I said, I'm really trying to keep this as far away from me as possible because I do know James.
Okay, how do you know James?
I do know James. James used to hang out at my Aunt Patty's house. Before he was forced to have to, get paid for all that, he would come up there and have parties at her house. And everybody knows Aunt Patty loved the kids.
You talking about Patty LaBelle?
Listen to me. I done seen James at the golf course in Gladwin getting it in with underage boys.
Oh,
like,
wow.
That's normal. Huh?
Oh, wow. You seen him at the park doing that?
At the golf course in Gladwin. But you can't tell nobody that.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I said, oh, fuck, this shit is credible.
She came on here and started a whole lot of bullcrap. And to me, it just don't seem like the actions of a person trying to advocate or expose anything other than themselves. In regards to this surviving Jaguar, because to me, it's really no point in watching it trying to get an understanding of who she is, when at the end of the day, regardless of what a person has been through, what excuse you want to give them, when you recognize that a person is toxic, They have every resource available to go and fix their problems instead of doing all this extra stuff on social media. So personally, I really don't care about the docu-series per se. It looks pretty well put together, but at the end of the day, Jaguar fails to take responsibility of her own actions, the things she says, and the reason she's in the position she's in today. Make sure you leave your comments below.
I got the video. I got the pictures. Where are your pictures, Sam? Where are your facts? You must have really needed the money because you just put yourself up for everything. Don't ever speak about my father again, bitch. Don't ever. Don't ever. People shouldn't have to endure someone. We have all endured you, Sam Odom, just like people endured your fucking schizophrenic pedophilic mother, Bettina Cooper Odom. Allison Bettina Cooper Odom, who was sold off by her mother to a grown-ass man because your grandfather didn't take care of his wife and kids. All he did was get drunk and beat them. You remember how you used to have blackouts when you would get drunk, Sam, and you would think that you were your dead grandfather, and you would start, bitch, and running all over the house acting crazy? You remember that, right? Because I do. First time it happened was at the apartment on South Street. And I told you we needed to separate from your family because those people were too toxic. You get drunk and start acting like fucking crazy, dead, fucking woman beating ass, drunk ass rapist. That's what happens to you. That's why he don't be drinking, y'all. That's why every time y'all see him at the pool hall, he be drinking pineapple juice and coconut water and all of this shit. Because he can't drink. Because when Sam Odom drinks, he get loose. And he started letting out all them family details. Sam don't drink around nobody he can't trust with his shit. And he don't trust nobody with his shit. That's why he lies so much. But thank you. Because now I'm going to take your 401k. Now I'm going to take your pension. Whatever you got, I'm taking it. Defamation of character, nigga. You lied through that whole fucking interview. And then you tried to disparage my dead father, who did nothing but save people's lives.
What is the status for the Biden cabinet, and what's the timing expectation?
And what you're doing by trying to help Tasha K is trying to destroy my platform that is standing for victims like your mother and like you, for that matter, because you're a sex assault survivor. Sam, you should just come out the closet and be happy. I'm sure there's a rich white man that would love to make you his girlfriend. Who knows? You've been pimping, you've been getting pimped by Ralph Lauren for so long. Maybe he'll take you in as one of his mistresses. Allegedly. He likes male mistresses. Ralph Lipschitz, allegedly.
Up the process a little bit, make it go a little bit longer than would normally would under certain circumstances, and really.
Y'all can believe all the lies you want. I got the facts. And now that these niggas have stepped into that bear trap that I set for them, they can all pay me for it. Take care. Oh, Samuel Douglas Odom the First, my ex-husband, father of my only living child, who did an interview with Tasha K spouting nothing but lies about me and my family. And all of the lies can be easily fucking debunked. That's how desperate you were for that little bit of check. That you was willing to fucking put it all on the line. Because you must have, that baby mama of yours must be needing that money. The one you got babysitting my son in New Rochelle with the orders to not let him speak to or talk to anyone. He's 18 years old. Why are you holding him so tight? When his godfather, Charles Tank Harris, recently contacted you, you wouldn't even let him speak to his godfather. That sounds like a cult. That sounds like brainwashing. Why is that boy not allowed to speak to anyone who loves him? Why is my son not allowed to even speak to his own godfather? By the way, he's your friend. Charles Tank Harris is your friend from Temple, Sam. So why isn't your friend allowed to speak to his godson? And he's 18 years old. Because he's busy with schoolwork? Fuck out of here. You a piece of shit. And I'm putting everybody who knows Sam Otis on notice. If you know the truth about him, and you know everything that he's done, and you don't fucking start speaking the fuck up, I'm coming to fuck for you too. I'm coming for you too. Because you're helping him. Hold my son hostage and treat him like a goddamn prisoner of war for my pocketbook. Why the fuck he care about my taxes? I don't care about his. Why he care about my money? We've been divorced since 2011. What the fuck do my finances have the fuck to do with you? And why are you still talking about them? I told you when we was in court that day, when you pled guilty to assaulting me, and you had to go to anger management, and you had a restraining order, and you had to do supervised visitation with our kids, and they didn't even want to go to visit with you. When that happened, I told you, you're never going to get another fucking dollar out of me. Every dollar that you stole from my company while we were married, that's all you're ever going to get. And I told you, I would bankrupt myself if I had to. But you won't get another fucking dollar from me, Sam Odom. So I guess that's why you're working so hard to get money off my name. Your mother was a child sex assault victim. Married off to a pedophilic old fucking thief. And from what I've been told, allegedly a murderer. And they brought you to try to discredit me. You need to get help, Sam. And you need to come out the closet. And you need to let my son be where he wants to be. Because we both know he would rather be with me and my husband, who he called dad the first day he met him face to face. Just like every other man I've been involved with since me and you split. My son would have rather them be his father than you. And everybody knows it. You're irrelevant. You've been irrelevant. But since you want to be famous, let's make you famous, Sam. You're the product of a sexual assault gone way too long. And all done with your grandmother's permission because she turned her daughter over to that nigga to make sure her bills got paid. Maybe y'all need to deal with that. And Becky, don't forget how delusional you are. Because when the sheriff came to throw y'all out, you went to school. I said, Becky, don't you need to stay here and pack your things? The constables is coming to throw y'all out. The sheriffs is coming to throw. No, they're not. Mom already told me she prayed. And none of that's going to happen. What happened, Becky? You came home from school and your dad was sitting on the porch crying. Rocking back and forth while your mom was in the house asking the sheriffs to get out because they had no right. Because it was protected by God and she rightfully belonged there. You fucking went to school, bitch. Thinking that your house was still gonna be there when you got the fuck home. Was it? When y'all living in a motel after that? Because we took your dad to live at my very lovely, beautiful home in South Jersey. We took him in. You had to go live at a hotel with that crazy bitch. That's what you did, Becky. You was fucking grown. You was in college. What, you didn't believe the paperwork that came from the county that said y'all was being thrown out? I guess not. You took your dumb ass the fuck to school. Then you married that drunk white boy. Wow. Y'all are fucking pathetic. But perjury is a crime, Becky. Maybe you'll find out very soon what it's like to be separated from your children. We'll see if the black husband will stay with you. Or maybe you'll run back to the white husband and have a drink, because I think you're going to need one, bitch. Fuck all of y'all. And love the rest of you.